More than 2,000 years ago, a king sent his strongest warrior to insult a monk. The warrior screamed, he cursed, he mocked, he spat at the old man. But the monk never reacted. Hours later, exhausted, the warrior finally asked, "Why won't you fight me?" The monk smiled and replied, "If someone offers you a gift and you refuse to accept it, who does the gift belong to?" The warrior stood silent. The monk continued, "The anger you brought was never mine. It remained yours." That is one of the greatest lessons ever discovered. Because the strongest person in the world is not the one who defeats others. It is the one who cannot be defeated by their own emotions. Listen to me. The world will always test you. Every single day, life is asking one question: can I control you? Someone ignores your message. You become anxious. Someone criticizes your work. Your confidence disappears. Traffic ruins your morning. The entire day becomes negative. One bad comment online, one rude stranger, one rejection, one failure. Suddenly, your peace is gone. But think about this. If someone else can change your emotions, who is really in control of your life? Not you. They are. And that is exactly what the ancient Stoics warned against. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Read that again. Not power over people, not power over circumstances, not power over luck. Power over your own mind. Because the world was never designed to obey your expectations. People will disappoint you. Friends will betray you. Plans will fail. Money will come, and money will leave. Health changes. Opportunities disappear. Nothing outside you remains permanent. The ancient Buddhists called this impermanence. Everything changes. Everything. Trying to force life to stay exactly the way you want is like trying to hold water in your hands. The tighter you squeeze, the faster it escapes. Your reaction creates your suffering. Imagine two people. Both lose their jobs. The first says, "My life is over." Months later, they are still angry, still complaining, still blaming everyone. The second says, "This is painful, but maybe life is redirecting me." 1 year later, they own a successful business. Same event, different reaction, different future. Life does not destroy most people. Their interpretation does. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It is not events that disturb people, but their judgments about those events." That sentence can change your entire life. Someone insults you. Those are just sounds. You decide whether those sounds become pain. Someone rejects you. That is just one person's opinion. You decide whether it becomes your identity. Someone leaves. That is their decision. You decide whether your happiness leaves with them. Every emotional prison has a door. The key is your perception. Stop giving people remote control over your mind. Imagine giving a stranger the remote control to your television. Ridiculous, right? Yet every day, People hand strangers the remote control to their emotions. One comment, mood changes. One notification, mood changes. One disagreement, mood changes. One mistake, mood changes. You become emotional property, owned by everyone around you. The samurai believed that emotional stability was a weapon. Before every battle, they prepared themselves to lose everything: their life, their family, their possessions. Not because they were pessimistic, but because acceptance removes fear. Once fear disappears, clarity arrives. A calm mind makes better decisions than an emotional one. Always. The loudest person is rarely the strongest. The calmest usually is. Master the pause. There is incredible power between what happens and how you respond. Most people react instantly. Someone insults them, immediate anger. Someone criticizes them, immediate defense. Someone disagrees, immediate argument. But wisdom lives inside the pause. That tiny moment where you choose your response. Viktor Frankl wrote, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose." That space is freedom. Without it, you become a machine, a puppet, controlled by every circumstance. The wise never rush their emotions. They observe them, like clouds passing across the sky. Anger comes, they notice it. Fear comes, they notice it. Sadness comes, they notice it. But they refuse to become it. You are not your emotions. You are the observer of them. Most things don't deserve your energy. Imagine having only 100 coins every morning. Each coin represents your attention. Where will you spend them? An argument online? 10 coins. A jealous coworker? 20 coins.
Fear about tomorrow? 40 coins. By lunchtime, you are emotionally bankrupt. Ancient philosophers understood something modern society has forgotten. Attention is life itself. Where attention goes, life follows. Protect it, guard it, spend it wisely. Not every battle deserves your sword. Not every opinion deserves your response. Not every insult deserves your attention. Sometimes silence is the loudest answer. The oak tree doesn't argue with the wind. Have you ever seen an oak tree argue with a storm? No, it simply stands. The wind screams, the rain falls, lightning strikes, but the tree remains rooted. Strong people are like that. They do not waste energy fighting every storm. They bend when necessary. They adapt. Then they stand again. Weak minds seek comfort. Strong minds build resilience. Comfort creates dependence. Difficulty creates strength. That is why the greatest warriors did not pray for easier battles. They prayed for stronger character. Your peace is sacred. There is something more valuable than money, more valuable than status, more valuable than success. Your inner peace. Protect it like a king protects his kingdom. Not everyone deserves access to your emotions. Not every conversation deserves your attention. Not every invitation deserves your presence. Sometimes saying no is saying yes to your peace. The older you become, the more you realize peace is the real luxury. Not expensive watches, not luxury cars, not mansions. Peace. A peaceful mind sleeps well, thinks clearly, loves deeply, creates wisely, lives fully. Let people be who they are. One of the greatest causes of suffering is trying to change people. You cannot. People reveal themselves through actions, not promises. Believe actions. Accept reality. Stop expecting honesty from dishonest people. Stop expecting loyalty from the disloyal. Stop expecting maturity from the immature. Acceptance is not weakness, it is wisdom. Once you stop fighting reality, you become free. Detach without losing love. Detachment does not mean you stop caring. It means you stop clinging. Love people, but don't depend on them for happiness. Work hard, but don't attach your identity to success. Own possessions, but don't let possessions own you. Everything in this world is borrowed. One day, every relationship, every achievement, every object must be released. Knowing this makes you appreciate life even more. Become the mountain. The mountain does not chase applause. It does not seek approval. It simply exists. Storms come, storms leave. The mountain remains. Become like that. When people praise you, remain steady. When people criticize you, remain steady. When life rewards you, remain grateful. When life challenges you, remain patient. Because your identity should never depend on temporary circumstances. The sun does not stop shining because clouds appear. Likewise, your purpose should never disappear because problems arrive. Conclusion: the untouchable mind. The greatest victory is not over another person, it is over yourself. The day nothing external can steal your peace, you become free. Not because life became easier, but because you became stronger. Remember, people can insult your name, but they cannot touch your character. People can take your money, but they cannot take your wisdom. People can close one door, but they cannot imprison your spirit. Life will continue testing you every day, every hour, every moment. The question is no longer, what happened to me? The question becomes, who will I choose to be because it happened? The ancients left us one final truth. A person who conquers cities is admired. A person who conquers themselves becomes unstoppable. So walk through this world with a calm mind, a disciplined heart, and a spirit that refuses to be shaken. Because when nothing can affect your inner peace, nothing can defeat you.
Eternal warriors.